It's the Irish flag, exactly, yeah. Representing. You know what? I don't have one. I'm saving them for Friday. It's like a special Wednesday. I don't have a joke today.
Nobody could hear me, so my mic is back on, everybody. My humble and sincere apologies. I figured out why. Anyway, we got a good show now. Nick, Carmine, Kevin. Kevin's got a green screen, everyone. He doesn't realize you're not supposed to see it, but hey, it's heading in the right direction, Kev.
I'm getting there slowly.
Carmine Bianco, you still absolutely dominating in every facet of betting right now?
Yeah, it's going well. I think I'm at 15, 4-1, run the last 20, but even shorter than that. I think it's like 12, 1-1, my last like 14 plays and stuff. It's things are going well. The last night MLS split them out 1-1. It's really odd, but one of the games I figured would go to penalty kicks, and the team that they both went to penalty kicks, but the team that I had, Columbus, did lose in penalties. But everything's going well, and there's a ton of games the next 3-4 days, and I like a bunch of them. And Nick and I will do a couple live betting shows.
Excellent stuff. Nick Borrman, what's up with you? You winning? You losing? Nice purple shirt.
Thank you. Purple's my favorite color. I don't know what that means, but there you go. Things are good. Yeah, been a very good last few days. 10-1 best bet run right now. 4-0 MLS last 2 nights, and 28% profit the last 4 days. So things are going very well in the soccer field. Got big golf tournament starts tomorrow, World Golf Championship event. So excited about that. And as Carm said, got a lot going for Serie A today, and then Serie A final on Sunday. So a lot to be excited about. But yeah, things are going very well.
I'm having a bad hair day. I don't know if you can see me. That's something that you and Carmine do not have, right?
No, this is pretty good, right? Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Carm, I was curious. I don't mean to be thinking about you while in the shower, but do you shampoo?
Do I shampoo? Yeah, of course. I shampoo.
Like your eyebrows?
No, I go through an extensive routine when I'm in the shower, which I'm not going to get into here. But there's a lot of different things that that I use when I'm in the shower. So I come out smelling like it's just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I should be on an Axe commercial.
Yes.
Or something.
Maybe on top of the Axe commercial. Hey, everybody, welcome to Stoppage Time. Kai, Talisman, Roger, Connor, One Time Sports, Folion, you guys, El Rey, nice to see you, Brian Watson. If you got any questions, let us know. We're obviously talking soccer today. And look, I gave up hosting First Pitch so I can do the soccer show because I love doing these shows with you guys. But First Pitch is getting about 300 views, live views, and this show is getting like 40. So guys, let's all work together and get like 500 live views, please. We got lots to talk about. I want to start with me. I know I asked you guys how you're all doing. Just to let everybody know, I'm on a 9-0 all sports run. I'm on a 12-0 baseball run. 12 wins, 0 losses baseball run. My first 5% play of the season goes today. It's a night game. It's $40. You can have it for half price. All of you listeners and anyone on my Twitter, half price. Use the promo code PREZ5%. Prez 5%. Manishma, David Tabati. Let's go, boys. We got 3 games that are on later today in Italy's Serie A. We're going to go to Carm first. Juventus team travels to Cagliari. Did I say that well, Carm? No.
No, you kind of butchered it, and you're supposed to go to Nick first, but it's okay. I'm fine with that.
What do you mean? It says we'll go to... Oh, let's go... Dude, you snuck that in. That's the second sentence of a bullet. Who reads the second sentence of a bullet? Let's start this
Well, you
again.
should.
Let's start this again. Hey, everybody. Okay, now let's move on. Nick, you're up. Torino, they host Roma. Go.
Hey, first I want to say congrats on your run, Prez.
Thanks, bud.
I don't remember receiving any of the picks in my inbox. Maybe I missed something.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah, after I couldn't make heads or tails of your insane golf picks you sent me. Red card to the Prez. Red card to the Prez.
The only week I sent you those picks was the only one I haven't had a huge winner on. So you mushed it. You're
I didn't
out.
bet
You're
one
out.
of
We
them,
can't
dude.
send.
I didn't bet one of them, and you know what, Nick? Keep them to yourself.
Well, I want those MLB picks, so you know my email. All right, Roma at Torino. So this game I actually released to clients yesterday. Roma minus 3/4 of a goal. This thing has moved all the way to minus 1.25, actually minus 1.5 now. I've just seen started to come out. So there are a couple games today that are moving a lot, and it's because you got teams at the top versus teams at the bottom, teams with something to play for versus teams with not. I'm on the right side of this one. I'm on the wrong side of two other ones. So I guess that is what it is. But originally, I mean, the analysis here for Roma was very simple. They've been playing very, very well. They're unbeaten in their last 6 games. They have 5 wins and a draw. The draw came against Inter, who's a very, very solid team, Champions League team. All 5 wins came against teams they should have beaten, and Torino is definitely another team they should beat. Torino did beat Roma 2-0 in Rome earlier this year, but Roma actually has won the last 2 at Torino, so they have that going for them. Torino has lost all 4 games at home this year against the top 5 in the league, and they're struggling right now just to score. That's really something that's plagued them all year. They've had just 2 goals in their last 3 games, and their opponents in those games were SPAL, Verona, and Fiorentina. Not exactly the cream of the crop in the league. On the year, Roma expected goal averages, they are 2.04 expected goals for, so pretty much 2 goals expected to score every game, and 1.28 against, while Torino is 1.14 for, I should say 4 there, goals.
Okay, I wasn't listening.
And 1.66 against. So Roma is averaging about 0.7 more expected goals per game than their opponents, and Torino's under by about at 0.5. So the difference between the two is about minus 1.25, right where this line has moved to. So that's why I took Roma early at minus 3/4 of a goal. Now where it is, the line I think is right where it should be. I wouldn't really, for me, I wouldn't play this line. I still think Roma's going to win the game. I hope they win by more than 1 goal because that gives me a full win on the play I have. If anything, I would buy this down to -1. I don't like laying the extra 1/4 of a goal or half a goal. But best case here is probably waiting to get it live. If you've watched Carmine and I on any of the live shows, you kind of know the strategy we use for that. But 20 minutes, 25 minutes in, if they're still scoreless, you should be able to get down to that 1 goal number. And hell, if they're trailing 0-1, you could get them at a real good number because I do like them to come back even if they are down. So I think you should wait on this one. Probably try to grab it live. I think the number's grown a little bit. I don't have a real opinion on the total. It's climbed to 3.25. Gun to my head, I'd look to the under, but nothing really looking at there. So I like Roma here. Unfortunately, the line has moved a little bit against us. But if you can get them live, I would go with Roma on this one.
Tao Guy, welcome to the show. You've missed nothing. That was our first game, so no worries. I don't even know what Nick said. Carmine, Nick sounded wishy-washy. The line move really canceled his play. He doesn't like the total, but if you buy the point, then that is okay. Something like that.
Sounds like you did listen.
Red card, yellow card, or no card, brother.
I really appreciate all the work you do on this show, Lawrence, listening to what we have to offer and talk about. It truly warms the cockles of my heart knowing that you really put in that effort.
What is a cockle? Kev, your country makes up all these cliches because you're part of the UK. What's a cockle?
I told you before.
What's a cockle?
There'll be fist thrown on this show if you don't cut that out. That's nonsense.
What is a cockle?
I have no idea what a cockle is. I'll be happy to ring England for you if you want, to find out what a cockle is.
Please
Isn't
do.
it cockles, cockles and muscles?
Well,
I know what
muscles
muscles
droning
are.
on.
I know what if that helps you. I know what muscles are, but I have no idea about cockles.
Okay, well, there's muscles, baby, right there. Carm, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. I was caught off guard about your cockles. Go on.
Yeah. Anyways, it's the ventricles, in case you're wondering. So it
Oh,
talks
is
over
that
your heart.
legit?
Yeah, it's legit.
Whoa! See, Mr. UK? Carm
So,
knows. Sorry, Carm.
anyways, as far as Nick, Nick's right. Like the lines today, it's almost like we're betting Nicaragua again. The volatility today in the Serie A lines are just unbelievable. The way they're moving. Roma's played extremely well. I agree with Nick. Maybe if you can bet this in game as opposed to and not have to lay over a goal, wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you'll get -1 and probably lay about a -20 in juice, and that's not a bad way to go. Roma locked with the win today. Roma locks up Europa League spot. They already have one locked up, but the difference here is of the two Europa League spots that are up for grabs, the one that Roma has would be an automatic right into the group stages, as opposed to having to play in one of the qualification rounds. So Roma here for me as well.
Okay, there you go. Nick likes Roma, kind of, sort of. Carmen likes Roma, kind of, sort of. Kevin, in representing the UK, what do you like in this game?
I have a 4% play loaded up on this game too, although mine's on the total. But yeah, everything on the side, I agree with Nick on.
Okay. See how concise that was, boys? Kev, I tell you, man, you came back from your little vacay ready to go.
I've been practicing.
So what did you do on this? Where were you last week?
Oh, well, you should know. Like, I've been moving house,
I
which
would have
is
required paying attention.
It's well, you know about moving houses anyway, because it's one of the most stressful things ever. And like, yeah, we said at the start of the show about the green screen. So right now, like, I've been moved out of my office into the side room, and it's like, you know, just a quick story. I woke up this morning, jumped out of bed. And as the guys know, like, Scottish Premiership starting this weekend. So I was excited about that. I was doing all the research, the data. You know, really interesting season. Celtic, Rangers. Celtic's going for 10 in a row. Can Rangers stop them? Blah, blah, blah. I must have got so into the data that I forgot it's our wedding anniversary. So I'm in the doghouse right now in the spare room with the green screen. So, like, it hasn't been the best week of my life. I'll just say that. But, you know.
Well,
I'll
I
smooth
just
things
listen,
over.
Kev. What's your wife's name?
Sarah,
I want you to know that Kevin was telling Carmine, Nick, and I all about your anniversary yesterday. He was so excited. We prepared something very special so that Kevin, so that you know that Kevin was thinking about you. So, Carm, if you could provide the very special message to Sarah on behalf of Stoppage Time that we spoke about yesterday in preparation for Kevin's anniversary, please.
Yeah, Kev has decided that in order to celebrate both your anniversary and your birthday, he is going to take you to America and to New York.
Yes! Yes! See, Sarah, he didn't forget anything.
A stop in Vegas. A stop in Vegas, and then you guys, the two.
Wait a mention.
Yeah, so there you go, okay. Sarah. You got yourself a trip to New York via Vegas. Happy anniversary from Kevin, who loves you so much.
But honestly, just to give a word of advice and tips to any guys out there who are married, never let the first words out of your mouth on the morning of your anniversary be, I think I've found a great spot in Scotland this week. She thought I was talking about a weekend getaway. I was actually talking about a team that I like. Which, you know, yeah, it sunk me like a lead stone. But yeah, as I say, like, I'll be sure to make her tune in and listen to this now. So she's got a free American holiday.
There you go, and it's not free because you're spending some of her money as well. Welcome everybody who has just joined us, Mr. Incredibo. I like that name. Guys, remember, I'm on a 12-0 baseball run. I have my first 5% play up. It goes tonight. You get it for half price. Prez 5%. That's Prez, the number 5, and then the percentage sign. So make sure to head over and get down on that play. Carm, it's you now. Juventus game. I'm not going to even say the word. I already mucked it up. Juve has nothing to
Yeah,
play for, bro. What are we gonna do here?
just the G is silent, so it's Cagliari.
Okay.
That's all you have to
Silent
remember.
G. You
Juve
know what
and
else is
Cagliari.
silent? Kevin on his
It's
wedding
just like
anniversary.
so. So yeah, my thoughts heading into this game, as I talked to Nick before we went to air. I mean, I was looking at the next couple of games on fading Juve, and especially if they're laying a goal and a half or so. And I can't do it in this spot, unfortunately, because number one, other than Dybala will be out of the lineup with a muscle injury. Douglas Costa, Khedira's out. De Ligt is out. And then there's a suspension in there somewhere for someone else. The problem here is that they still plan on starting Bernardeschi, Higuain, and Ronaldo up front. They've got Rugani in on defense, and that guy's a train wreck. He's just not enough time playing defense, and this season just hasn't gotten into that lineup. And when he is, the total seemed to go. The game seemed to go over the total. Total here's 2.75. The only problem is, as I told Nick, is Cagliari just haven't scored of late. They've got one goal in their last 6 games. When these teams meet, the last 19 games between these two, Juve won 16 and drawn 3, including 8 straight wins at the Sardinia Arena, which is where this game will be played. I'm just going to lay the goal here, just because of the fact that Ronaldo's in the lineup for one reason only. He's chasing Immobile for the scoring title.
Golden Boot is what it's called.
But here's the thing, and I'm giving you this play with a caveat to it. The Juve game is the late game today. At 1:30, in about 10 minutes time, Lazio play. I honestly believe, because you don't have to report the lineups for an hour, that if Immobile goes wild today and scores 2-3 goals, that puts him up about 5 goals on Ronaldo, I actually think that when Juve released their lineup today, that Ronaldo could be on the bench and not starting. He won't be happy about that. That guy wants to play every single game. He wants to score. But this team is just playing terrible right now, Cagliari. So I'm going to lay the goal here with Juve, and then look at the total of over 2.75.
There you go. That sounded pretty definitive to me. Kevin Dolan, red card, yellow card, or no card?
No, I completely agree. It's the intangibles that keep me off this game myself. You know, as Carmine said, he's 3 short of him. But again, if Lazio go nuts, he could well be benched. There's too many what ifs. It's a game I won't be involved in.
Nick Borrman.
Juve. Again, I mean, I don't know how you bet on Cagliari. It's the only thing I talked to Carmen about that you'll notice from Juve over the years is once they do clinch these last couple of games, they do tend to kind of, I don't know, lose, draw, surprise results. So it is a little bit of a worry, but I wouldn't bet on Cagliari. If I was going to bet it, I'm going to go on the Juve side as well. And perhaps, as Carm mentioned, listen, they're still, even without Ronaldo in the lineup, they're still a very good team, and they're better than Cagliari. If perhaps Ronaldo is scratched and doesn't play, this line might drop a little bit right before the game, and maybe you can get Juve for a 3-way line bet that's a good price, or minus 3/4 of a goal is a good price. So it might be worth waiting a little bit longer, and you can get them for a better number. But I think Juve is the side
here. Go ahead, Carb.
Yeah. I was going to say, just wait until like an hour before. But someone mentioned that he's not going to play because he's preparing for the Champions League. Completely wrong. He traveled with the team. If he wasn't planning on playing, and they were resting him for the Champions League, he'd be at home. They're more likely to rest him on Sunday, on the final match day this weekend, than they are today. So, given the fact that you have a guy like Costa and Dybala that are both out, you need forwards. You can't just bring guys up. So he's traveling with the team. It'll be a decision made an hour before, but he did travel with the team in order to play today. If you know the ego that is Ronaldo, you'll also know that this guy wants to play in every single game. He did it at Madrid. and he'll do it here. So it's the way it is.
Well, why shouldn't Ronaldo have an ego? Boys, let's take a look at David Tabati's comment, his question, and then we'll get into the next game. Kev, I'll go to you first. Let me read the question. It is, please explain why to play -3/4 and not -1. The whole quarter line makes no sense. When you win only half the bet and lose a full bet, what is the point? Etc., etc. Nick, you go first, bro.
I answered him in the chat to the point that, you only win half your bet if they win by just one. The alternative is you lay heavy juice on the money line for them to win. And of course, that could, over the long term, you're going to have to win, 60% or higher to even break even. Or you lay minus a full goal. And now in that situation, it's if you're using the same theory of you only win half a bet if they win by one, well, now you're risking a full bet for a push if they only win by one. So while I understand in a way kind of what you're thinking, I think it's flawed in the fact that a 1-goal win is just sometimes what they're going to do. If you're laying -3/4 of a goal, often you're probably going to get a result of a 2-goal win just as often as you're going to get a 1-goal win. So I don't think you can really say I'm always risking a full bet to win just a half bet. That's not the case. Anything more than a 1-goal win, you're still winning your full amount. It's just you're going to cash something if they only win by one versus taking a -1. You're not going to cash anything.
Nice to see you, La Maguina. Carmine, do you have anything to add to that?
No, Nick's bang on with that. It's the lines are like this to sometimes that obviously to mitigate the juice as well too. The 3/4 line is because just the team to win, is -170, 180. Usually when a team hits about 180 or higher, 180 to -200, you then see the line go to -1 flat. And then when you see a line go to about 240 to 250, it goes to 1.25, and at 275, it's usually -1.5, and sort of moving up. So if it offers you -3/4, I'd play it all the time because again, if it finishes as a 1-goal game, I have no problem pushing half my bet and winning half my bet. But if it lands on one, you're the other way, as David says, you're pushing your bet. So you've watched 90 minutes of soccer for nothing.
Oh, I don't know about you, Carm. I mean, I can speak on behalf of me and the guy
here we
from
go.
the UK, but
Here we go.
I've never felt like watching 90 minutes of athletic ballet is nothing. I mean, just the process of watching a soccer game gets me excited. Kev?
Sure, absolutely.
Nick nailed it, yeah.
Okay, let's leave.
Guys, let me tell
Kev
you.
is so concise today.
Yeah.
I seen the abuse that poor Pavlos was getting last week, so I'm determined to come on this week and be like, right, keep everything really short.
Basically, whoever is in that seat gets abused. Speaking of Pavlos, Carm, fill us in. He sent a picture. Yeah. What happened? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. No, he didn't send us a picture, but he sent us a video in our chat because we told him. I said to him, send us a video of what is going on this cruise and some of the women that you're meeting. You know what I mean? Just, a quick 20, 30-second video. Or else you're going to be, when I send out the previews, you're going to be doing games from Kazakhstan's third league. And he sent us one. And, you know what I mean? I watched 15 seconds of it, and then I figured out that I might as well go to a butcher shop because there was just as much sausage in that video as there was at the butcher shop. There was not one woman in that video.
Okay, well, there you go. As of now, Pavlos is striking out. Puck time starts tomorrow, everybody, 11 a.m. Eastern. The hockey show is back. Carmine, I just got a text from Andrew McGinnis, the promo that we're giving out for me and you. Can you organize the same one for Dave Koken? And Andrew, it won't be fair tomorrow if we're just pushing me and you. Kev, let's get to you, brother.
Yes, it will.
Fiorentina and Bologna. I know I said that wrong. I did it purposely, just like I call lasagna lasagna. Kev, where are we going in this game, bro?
In the... just in the very short email that we got from Carmine, he summed it up like both of these two teams are draw machines, and with very little on the line for either team, it's very hard to look past the outright draw here, because like both of these teams ranked first and third respectively on number of draws over the season, and Fiorentina especially. This is a colossal number. 44.44% of their home games this season have been draws. And actually, interestingly, 5 of those 8 draws ended 1-1, so it could be a potential correct scoreline for this game. All 3 of their last head-to-heads between Bologna and Fiorentina finished 1-1, 0-0, 0-0. So again, it just looks like a tacked-on draw here. Saying that, though, approaching the end of the season, you have to kind of look towards goals. Teams don't care, defenses lapse. And even without the end of the season, 7 of Fiorentina's last 10 fixtures have seen goals at both ends of the pitch, and Bologna have also seen both teams scoring 77.78% of their matches also. Because of that, obviously lean draw, Bologna plus a half a goal, and also Fiorentina have only won 30.77% of matches this season as pre-match favourites. That's shockingly low. So yeah, you either look towards Bologna plus a half, or you go for the outright draw. I'd probably lean draw myself, and actually you can pick up 2-2. We said 1-1, 0-0, 0-0, but I think there might be more goals in this one, the way they've been playing. You can pick up 2-2, but even this isn't particularly big. It's only 12-1, which shows you again that the bookies think the same way. But I'd probably put a pizza money bet on 2-2 outright score, 12-1.
Carm, how do we beat the bookies in this play?
I think he's bang on here. Sometimes you just have to take draws in games, and this is one of those ones where I think a draw at plus 280 isn't a bad bet at all. I'm looking at some of the draw lines, and 1-1 is plus 650, 2-2 is plus 1100. If you're going to play a draw, it's likely to. It's not. I don't think this is ever finishing 0-0. So I would probably take a 1-1 and a 2-2, and you're getting 650 or 1100. And if it lands on a draw, it's going to be one of those two numbers.
Awesome stuff, Nick Borrman. Red card, yellow card, or no card for Kevin Dolan.
I am on Bologna plus a half a goal, so I would love a draw. No card from me.
There you go, everybody. I am Lawrence Prezman. You're watching Stoppage Time, and Carmine Bianco has an announcement to make, one that I am not familiar with, Carm. It says that we have a new upcoming show.
Yes.
I'm sure you cleared it with Johnny, but I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, not we, but I'll be talking to Johnny after this. The thing with the Stoppage Time is we'll obviously be back again in full force September 12th. That's when the Italian Serie A starts again. The EPL, I believe, starts again. La Liga. So a bunch of them kick back off again. In France, I believe they're starting a little earlier. I think they start in late August. So we will probably pare down to like one Stoppage Time show. I've got a meeting with Johnny after the show, but there's another show that I will be doing called Offside. Nick will be almost always regular on it, and then Kev and Pavlos will also come on it. And if you like shows where we literally discuss 3 or 4 games and we don't agree on the game, this is probably the best show to watch. It's point counterpoint. It'll have some edge to it, and it'll be a very good show. So there'll be more details on that coming soon.
I was thinking to myself that you were about to say, so if you like to hear a soccer show that Prez isn't on, that's the show. Okay. Nothing like having a point counterpoint show on a channel that advises people which games to bet on. Yeah. That's rock solid.
Well, I believe you have a basketball show where 4 guys talk about it and don't agree on the games. We don't always have to agree on it, but we just have to inform the public.
Well,
this is the idea. Give them the info and have them take the info and run with it.
I will listen to that show, Carm, once. Lasagna Award. This goes to the team, the person, the entity that gave you heartburn? Kevin Dolan?
Pick Aston Villa because there was a funny skit. It was on, I think it was on Sky Sports. Roy Keane, if anyone's seen it, Roy Keane and Micah Richards were talking about it. And Aston Villa were in the dressing room and they were popping champagne bottles and they were singing songs and celebrating. And then it kind of flicked to Roy Keane, who's like, look, what if they won? And I understand it's such a big deal. You've survived. You're going to be in the Premier League for another season, and there's millions of pounds on the line. But you should not be celebrating for finishing fourth from bottom. I mean, a small celebration maybe, but don't be popping the champagne for effectively, being that useless inside the Premier League. Apologies to Aston Villa fans out there. But it was just funny because Roy Keane's face was just like, what, they need to get their shit together, basically.
Carmine Bianco?
Mine goes, this is a little rough here there, but mine goes to the team in North London, Tottenham Hotspurs, the Spurs. On the weekend, I had a 5% play on them. And the funny thing is, this is during a live betting show that Nick and I were doing. And I ended up going in the final weekend of the EPL, the final day of the EPL. I ended up going 6-1, and of course, as you know, as fate would have it, what loses? All the 4% plays win. The 5% play goes down in flames. And of course, there's like one guy who trolls me on Twitter, which I thought was completely funny. I'm like, the 5% plays are not blue pills. You have to practice bankroll management. But the thing is that if you're just looking at one play and you're going all in on it, you're going to this game is going to eat you up. You're going to lose consistently. I try and tell people buy a 3-day package, get all the plays, because on the weekend where I end up going 9-1 and 9-2 and 1, one of the two plays is a losing play. But on the weekend, I'm plus 28% bankroll gain. So, mine goes to that as far as that's concerned. Sorry, I know that was long-winded, Lawrence, but that is my lasagna award. Tottenham Hotspurs, and the guy who trolled me on Twitter.
Whenever you're long-winded, it reminds me of a Jewish song on Passover. It goes, Ma nishtana halayla hazeh, and what that means is, why should tonight be any different from any other night? Nick!
God bless you.
God blessed me when I was born, Carm. And then he blessed me again when you came into my life. Mwah. Nick, lasagna, baby.
My lasagna is going to another food in Bologna. For a second time, Bologna screwed me a few weeks ago, up 2-0, gave up 2 goals in stoppage time to draw. This weekend, I had them 5%. They went up 2-0 again. What did they do? They conceded 2 more. The exact same thing was happening again. Stoppage time, or maybe it was just before stoppage time, they came back with a 3rd goal winner, so they redeemed themselves. So the lasagna award can also be for a team that satisfied you. So they satisfied me this week after giving me heartburn.
Oh, that was so sweet. Way to go, Nick. Guys, just to make mention, Friday's show, Kevin will be on with us again. So Kevin, Carm, Nick, and myself, we're talking Serie A. We're also giving out the Luis Suarez Award, so make sure to join us for that. Next up today, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, first pitch with Andrew McGuinness, Dave Koken, and a couple of the other boys. I'm sure Tony Finn and a bunch of guys are going to be joining. That's a great show, so check that out. And tomorrow, 11 a.m., puck time begins. We're doing the playoff preview show. Me, Carmine, Dave Koken, and Andrew McGuinness are on that show. Excited to do that one. Excited to talk hockey. Watched hockey highlights last night that really made my day. Can't thank you all enough for joining us. We are less than 600 people away from 50,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. If you are listening to this show, please hit the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all. Kev, Carm, Nick, you're amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope you guys watching liked it as well. Carm, finish it for us, please.
Yeah, next week, of course, Europa League kicks off on August the 5th, and Champions League right behind it. So you can head over to any one of our handicapper pages. We have a Champions League and a Europa League package. You get every single play, including the 5% plays, and there are going to be some 5% plays for only $99. That is a great promo. Head over there now. And that's it, man. We're looking forward to see you on Friday for the last Serie A weekend of the season.
Ron, Ron put it best. I'll just read his quote and call it a day. Thanks, guys, for the knowledge of a lifetime for free. It's our pleasure, everybody. I give no knowledge, but at least I keep the show moving and hopefully give you guys a few laughs along the way. We'll see you all on Friday for more Stoppage Time. Make sure to check out Andrew at 2 p.m. in the baseball show and all the hockey guys tomorrow at 11 Eastern.